Wednesday 22nd of November 25 to 8. Just making my way over to Ripley, and how about that for a sunrise? Hi there, welcome to the channel Bedtime Stories, Carp Adventures. If this is your first time and you're new, just passing through, hi there, my name's Lee. If you're a regular Z-Head, welcome back. Where am I? Well, back out at Butterley Res. It's November, the weather's changing and it's getting cold. Right then, bivvy's all set up. I've jumped in peg 14. Why? Because I've seen a few fish showing straight out in front of me. So there's no point walking all the way around the res if I can see them already. So yeah, quick easy setup. I haven't had to walk a mile, that's always nice. Truffle is on the bed chair, but she's with me on this session. She's knackered. She was up at 6 o'clock this morning, and yeah, she doesn't really cope with the cold weather very well, so she's wrapped up. Yeah, I'm going to get the rods out and then I'll catch up with you in a couple of minutes. As I mentioned, I'm fishing in peg 14, Swanwick side. I have fished this swim before, so I am pretty familiar with the spots. No need to get a marker rod out and thrash the water up. Just using solid PVA bags on all 3 rods, and that's my approach for now. Okay, right, just finished setting everything up and I've got the kettle on. It's got halfway through boiling and a couple of bleeps on the left rod. Massive drop back, bobbins hit the bloody deck. So I've come out, hit into it, and yeah, got the first carp in the net. It's a lovely mirror, not the biggest, but it's a result. I'm going to abandon making the brew, get this one weighed, let's take a look at it. There we go, first one of the session. Rod's been out about 45 minutes. Result, just over 15 pound. Lovely, lovely. Proper colours. Winter is coming, guys. So I hope you're all getting ready to wrap up warm. Lovely result. Had this one on a PVA bag, something I don't usually do, but yeah, I've seen a few carp show in front of the swim, so just banged out a PVA bag with a wafter, and yeah, done the business. And I'm out on this session with Truffle. Want to say hello, Truff? Good girl, yeah. You love your fishing, don't you? Hey, I love your fishing. Yes. See, big fish for you. Okay. Let's get this one back. Hopefully I can put a few more on the bank. Happy days. That's the rod recast, back out on the spot again. It was my left rod that went off, fishing about 10 wraps down the margin. So yeah, first carp on the bank, proper result, happy with that. I'm going to finish making that cup of tea. While I was recasting the rod, heard a little bit of fidgeting and rustling around. And I'm assuming, yes, Truffle's made herself a lovely little comfy bed because she is such a good egg. Aren't you? Egg? Who's a good egg? Are you toasty? Okay. You have a sleep for a couple of hours, eh? And let's see how long it takes to get the next carp. Oh, a big yawn. Yes, I'll tuck you back up then. Put the kettle back on, made myself a cup of tea, and I'm happy for the next 20-30 minutes. But I'm really hungry as well. I woke up starving this morning and I could really do with something to eat, so I'm going to whip up some breakfast. Now if you don't live around Stoke-on-Trent, you probably can't get oatcakes, but oatcakes with bacon and cheese, oh, they're just the best. Not so lucky this one. Just had another run and left rod gone off. Didn't land it though. Hook pulled literally about 5 wraps away from me. Gutted. Anyway, Bites are coming quick, that's a good thing, so fired another PVA bag out down the margin. Winter fishing, it can be a little bit tedious at times, a bit daunting, just even try and convince yourself get out in the cold weather. But get your rods out, give it a go. It can be prolific at times. If you come across a shoal of carp and you're on them, then yeah, can have some of the best sessions of a lifetime of winter. Proof is in the pudding, because a couple of weeks back, Reese and Ollie, two young lads that fish down here frequently, they had over 30 runs between the two of them, landing several 20-pound carp as well. So, you know, take my hat off to you. Well done, lads. New PB as well for Reese at £30. His first 30 out of the res. Mate, big thumbs up. Well done. Congratulations. Proper carp, that. Still yet to catch a 30 myself. There are a few swimming around here, and at this time of year, the big girls are still feeding. So yeah, if your rods are out, you're in with a chance. And Truffle's just had a massive crap. If you bring your dogs with you, remember bring some doggy bags with you, so you can get the dog muck up. It's not very nice if somebody else treads in it.
The reason I'm smiling is because there must have been 100 geese just landed right in front of Joey, and he probably can't be too happy about that.
And that's probably just messed up his fishing. There's some more coming in. Oh, where are these going to land? And why? Who's let all these go? Yeah, Joey's going to be thrilled about that. While I contemplate life and give Truffle a fuss, let me talk you through what the setup is. As I mentioned earlier in the video, when I got here I saw a few showing carp, so I quickly tied up a solid PVA bag with a 3-inch hook link and popped a wafter on and blasted that out to where I saw the carp showing. I haven't gone in with a large amount of bait, I'm not using a spom, I'm not using the boat, certainly not putting any freebies in, just a solid PVA bag on the spot each time. And because the weather's colder, some of the bites you get are just going to be single bleeps or a dip, not always going to be a scream. After a hook pull earlier, got that rod back out onto the spot, left one again, producing this one. Not a monster at all, but yeah, third run off that spot. So lovely to be catching a few. Nice to be out on the bank instead of sitting on the sofa. Joey's come round for a quick chat. He's been playing with the dog for the last 10 minutes. You can hear her barking in the background. I'm going to get this one back, recast the rod and have a quick catch up with Joey. It's 20 to 5 and already dark. Would you believe it? Pleasures of fishing through November. You get them early nights. It's a long time dark. Anyway, it's bite time. Just before dark or after dark. Always in with a chance. 5:10 and I have Swanwick side to myself. There's not a single soul on this side of the res. So yeah, that's surprising really. I thought there'd be more people out. But to be honest with you, as you know, the cold weather does deter a lot of people. It becomes more of an endurance test rather than a pleasure fishing hobby thing. You're sitting out in the cold, you're not that happy, and if you're not getting any bites, yeah, it can be a test of your endurance for sure. Bringing the right clothes always helps. I've bought myself a nice pair of boots for winter, some waterproof socks, some thermal trousers, a thermal top, long sleeve one. You know, you've got to prepare for these cold nights. You're not going to be happy
if you're sitting here cold. Before I stuff this in my face, just wanted to do a quick few shout outs to the lads I met at the Northwest Carp show a couple of weeks back. Yeah, great time there. Wasn't as big as I was expecting and not as many stalls, but still enjoyable nevertheless. So shout out to all the people I spoke to. Must have spoke to like 25-30 people, can't remember all your names, so if you were one of the people that I spoke to, yeah, nice one, pleasure to meet you, and yeah, it was good to have a chat. Shout out to my lady for buying me a bag of donuts, bring with me as well. Nice one, Duck. I'm going to eat this in a minute. Not much has been happening, nothing to report. Truffle just looking at me, you know. No, yeah, woke up. Why did she wake up? She smelled the donut. But yeah, fixated on it, look. You'd do anything for a bite of this donut, wouldn't you? I know you would, but you can't have them because of all the allergies she's got. But I can sit here going, don't worry, she's got a massive bag of her own doggy treats with her, and she's been stuffing them all day. She'll get a few more later. Anyway, before she actually nicks this out my mouth, I'm going to eat it and tie up a few more PVA bags. Got in the sleeping bag at about 11 o'clock last night. Didn't really go sleep straight away. Lay there for quite a while just thinking about all of the things I've got to do next week. Sometimes I can put my head into a complete mess. All of the stress that you go through in a day, in a week, in a month, it can build up and catch up with you. Carrying all this baggage around with you is definitely no good for your mental state. It's good to get out on the bank, find some time for yourself. People say they come fishing to escape life. I come fishing to live life. Not had much of a good kip. Wind picked up probably about 9 o'clock last night and continued right the way through till about 4:30 this morning. So a restless night's sleep, but did have another run in the night and landed it. Wasn't a monster, just another low double. So because of how windy it was, I didn't bother setting the camera up, didn't take any pictures. It's just a low double. This time of year, to be honest with you, I'm happy to be catching carp, but I don't seem to be hooking into any of the bigger ones. Maybe it's not my turn yet. Anyway, it's gone 8 o'clock. I'm going to get myself a brew and sit and watch the water for about an hour, and then maybe give the rods a recast. Yeah, gone through about 15 or 20 PVA bags. Not a big fan of using them. I don't really like tying them up. I'd rather use PVA mesh because it's just quicker, but yeah, the distance I'm sending them at the moment, PVA mesh wouldn't go that far. So yeah, solid PVA bag is what I've got to use. Yeah, had a few carp out as well, so you know, it is worth it, but I'd rather not keep going to the hassle of tying them up all of the time. I've mentioned winter several times throughout this video. It's not really that cold at the moment, but these are the boots that I've bought. They're the Nash ZT Zero Tolerance. I'm not sure about the zero tolerance part though, but they have got a full fleece lining on the inside, keeping me warm, and they're 100% waterproof. To complement your boots, I'd recommend a good pair of waterproof socks. These not only keep your feet warm, but dry as well. And for that extra layer of warmth, put your normal socks back on, and then stick your boots back on. Then you won't be tapping them together, going, "There's no place like home, there's no place like home." Now if you've never seen this before, you might think a monster snuck underneath my sleeping bag, but no, I took Truffle for a walk in
Every time we come home back in the house, she dives on the sofa and makes a nest under the first blanket she can find. Yeah, she loves a blanket and she loves to nest. Dinner time. This would have been a lot better if it was toasty because it's ham and cheese, but I've run out of gas and I forgot to bring my spare can with me. But never mind, it's dinner time anyway. Why is it that when you're out fishing in winter, you always get that one person that comes past and they say, "Oh, it's bloody freezing today. You won't catch anything in this weather. The only thing you'll catch is a death." Well, at that point, I've kind of switched off and I've stopped listening. I'm actually doing what I enjoy. I don't care whether it's winter or summer. I'm not at work or stuck in the house. Besides, I reckon about 65 to 70% of carp anglers disappear in the winter because it's too cold for them. What do you think percentage is? Higher or lower? Okay, the wind's died down a little bit, so I've just tied up a fresh solid PVA bag and cast that out. I'm going to start breaking all of my tackle down now and packing up. The rods are going to be the last thing I bring in, so we'll see what happens in the next hour. And there we go. I was just packing up and the middle rod's gone beaming off, producing this one. Probably about 12 or 13 pound. Again, not a monster, but I'm happy to have caught him just the same. You know, you can't choose what carp you catch, you can only catch what's in front of you. So, yeah, I've enjoyed the time on the bank again, same as always. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. See you next time. Just taking Truffle for a quick walk around the res, stretch my legs and take the dog for a wee and a poo. Yeah, she's back in the bed, getting comfortable, nesting.